are not liking this because they said this just doesn't feel like a horror and it's not scary. That is not why I don't like this book. I don't like this book because it's inappropriate and it's gross. Okay, so this is Editing Wendy. I had an intro, but I couldn't use it. And so I don't have an intro for this vlog. So I'm going to insert it here. In this vlog, we are going to do all the vampire themed things. We're going to make vampire themed snacks. I'm going to read So Thirsty. And I'm going to show you all of the spooky things that I saw at the store. And as well as we also were a part of a Twilight readathon, just happened to be around the same time, so it was perfect timing. And so I hope you guys enjoy the vlog.
We're not gonna make cookies because we're lazy. So you didn't see this. With their pre-made cookies, it's fine. The assembly is, you know, the assembling of all of them is the harder part.
So we will cook these and then come back.
It's not horrible.
It's not. Okay, so I am finally starting this book. It finally came in the mail, as you saw. It took forever, and I'm going to start reading this. I don't think Leah is going to be ready for a couple days because her husband just got home. Hello, this is Oakley. He is my puppy. So I'm going to try this out. We're going to see what I think. I'm a little nervous because one of my friends did not enjoy this. So let's hope that I like it. Okay, thoughts so far. I'm on chapter 3. And I'm got a spooky ambiance going. And so far I'm confused. Like, I don't really know or understand what's going on, to be honest with you. I feel like the writing is just a bit odd. It's just kind of strange. Anyway, so I guess she's going on a trip. I'm just gonna read this part. It's only chapter 2, so it's not really like a spoiler that early on. But at the end of chapter 2, she's leaving to go on her trip, and she says, and then a few nights in a picturesque cottage sometime with Naomi, that will be good. That will be fine, and then I'll be a year older, and the peaches will fall from the tree, and I'll avoid my reflection, put cream on my neck. And then the tang of blood awakens me to my teeth, nefarious inclination to gnaw on the delicate flesh inside my cheek. A violent nervous habit my body executes without permission. I never realize I'm doing it until it's too late. I swallow and the blood drags down my throat. It seems thicker than it should be, and it leaves me uneasy. I swallow again. I can't undo the damage, can't erase the flavor. All I can do is shudder at the aftertaste, which is just a really strange thing to note. Maybe a little bit of a ironic habit that she has, knowing what's about to come. Anyways, I just thought that was weird, and I thought I would share. That's my thoughts so far on up to chapter 3. I'm out taking the dog out to the bathroom. So it seems only fitting that I should update you. I'm on page 100 and this book is very gross. It's so gross. Which I should have expected in a horror vampire book, but so far I don't know how I feel. I don't hate it, but it's definitely gross.
Well, Leah about jumped out of her skin.
It scared the crap out of me!
All you see is her head down. I was like, oh my God.
Okay, update. I DNF'd this book. This book is terrible. It is grotesque. It is disgusting. There are parts in it that I simply just do not agree with. I DNF'd it. I do not recommend this book. I was enjoying it up until about 35-40-ish%. I forget where exactly. And then I was trying to just skip past some stuff that was just really disturbing. Unfortunately, it did not get better. It just continued to get worse. So I DNF'd this. Not worth it. It's not scary. I did not DNF it because it's scary. A lot of people are DNFing this, or not DNFing this. A lot of people are not liking this because they said this just doesn't feel like a horror and it's not scary. That is not why I don't like this book. I don't like this book because it's inappropriate and it's gross, just quite frankly. So it's definitely not scary. And I thought that's why I might DNF this. So my first ever horror book did not go well. But obviously we know this is not my genre, and I think I'm just going to stick to not reading them. So anyways, the next book that I'm going to read, because this is still a vampire vlog, I'm going to put a picture here of slaying the vampire slayer, or slayer, I forget. I'll put a picture here. It is the novella in the Crown of Nyxia series. I've read the first two. I read the novella in between it, The Six Scorched Roses. And so I need to read this novella before the third one comes out, which I'm so excited about. And I really wanted to get a vampire prompt in here because I am doing a whole vampire video, and I was really sad that this turned out so terrible. So I want to get one in, and this novella is short, so it should work and go pretty quickly for my Twilight prompt. I will link all the ladies here below and show you some of the graphics for the Twilight readathon they're doing. But there is a fun readathon going on, Twilight themed, where there's one where you pick a vampire book or werewolf. There's one where you pick found family, friends to lovers, and a set, I think it's like a creepy setting or something. So I have so far picked one dark window for that. I don't know if I'm going to get to all these this week, but I definitely want to get something done. So I was going to do Magnolia Parks, but I switched it out because I realized that the Brothers Hawthorne that I'm already reading on audiobook fits found family. I don't know why that slipped my mind. So obviously I'm going to use that as a prompt since I'm already in the middle of this book. I am getting to Magnolia Parks as soon as I finish these books this week, so do not worry. I have definitely been wanting to read that, but I'm so behind on these readathons and I just want to complete something. So that is why I'm pushing it back a little bit. Trust me, I did not even start it. Don't worry, I did not DNF it because I didn't like it. I just didn't get to start it because I realized I had a book I was already in the middle of that works. So I'm going to do audiobook, Brothers Hawthorne, and just different stuff. But since this is just my vampire vlog, I'm just going to go over the Vampire Slayer and some of the Twilight things we're doing, and that's it. And then you guys can look forward to the reviews on the other books later in the month. But anyways, I'm so sorry to yet again DNF a book. I've been DNFing quite a few. So, moving on. Okay, here I go. I am going to start this. There we go. This is the spin-off of the Crown of Nyxia series, and it is the, if you want to count every novella and regular book in the series, this is the 4th. But if you were only reading the Crown of Nyxia series, which there's only 2 of, this would be a novella that comes after that, and it will be in between the 2nd and the 3rd one coming out. I did read the novella Six Scorched Roses in between the 1st and 2nd Crown of Nyxia, and it does give you more of just an idea of one of the characters in that series, but it's definitely not necessary. But I did enjoy the story. So, plus that one was really short. This one, however, is not short. I thought it was going to be because I thought it was a novella, but it's like almost 500 pages. So, we'll see if I finish this for the Twilight readathon, but I wanted to read a vampire book that I actually like this time, so let's hope I like it because I have really enjoyed her books, most of her books that she's written so far, so we shall see. Coming at you from a very weird angle, I am driving to the store to return some stuff, and then I have a chiropractor appointment, so I thought I would update you on my vampire vlog. I am sorry that this has been kind of sporadic. I've had 3 readathons in between this that really just got me off task, so it has taken way too long to record this, but I wanted to let you know I'm still reading Slaying the Vampire Conqueror and I'm really enjoying it. I'm only on chapter 10. I had to get the audio. I just had to go ahead and buy it today because I was having a really hard time getting it done because my toddler is just in a stage where it's really hard to get reading done. So the only way to really get it done is if I'm doing audio while getting stuff done. So I decided to just bite the bullet and purchase the audio, which by the way is good. And for those who don't know, if I didn't already say this, if you have not read the Nixia series, this is one you shouldn't read till after that because, I mean, as long as you're planning on reading that. Because I think eventually it will reveal some stuff and have some little nuggets and stuff from the other series that you might not want to know. You don't want to be spoiled and stuff. So this comes after the second book in the Crown of Nixia series, The Star-Crossed King. I'll put up a picture. I forget what it was called. So I have read those and I read the novella in between them. And so far I'm really liking this one. And then my next clip that I'm going to show you guys is I ended up reading Garlic and the Vampire graphic novel for the readathon, for the Twilight readathon. And so I'm going to insert some footage of some of the graphics because they are so adorable. I ended up giving that 5 stars. I loved it. Now, let me preface this by saying I'm still not a graphic novel person. And what I mean by that is like, it's probably going to be the last thing I pick up. It's not like I don't enjoy, like, I obviously loved it. I gave it 5 stars for what it is. So like, I recognize the fact that as far as graphic novels go, it's so adorable with the pictures and just really made me laugh out loud and stuff. And so that's why I gave it 5 stars. However, I'm just not a graphic novel person. I prefer just a lot of meat into my books and I don't know, just more words. I don't really care to have pictures. So that is why I'm just not one that's gonna pick up a graphic novel often, but I will do it every now and then. I've decided, especially for readathons, I think I'm gonna start doing that to get the prompts done quicker because it's been almost impossible to get all of them done. So I ended up picking that up for the vampire prompt because this book that I'm reading now, I just was not going to be finished with. So I ended up picking up that graphic novel so I could finish the prompt quickly and I loved it. So I will insert a clip right after this of that graphic novel and how adorable it is. And then I will continue to update you on Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. Okay, a little reading update. I'm on chapter 15 of Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, and I am loving it. I just feel like this series, the Nixia series, and the novella, and now this one is just so good. So well written, and just kind of captivating. So this one is following Atreus, who's a vampire conqueror, and Selena, I think is her name, is how you say it, and she is a seer, and so they're kind of both playing, well, She kind of initially went to spy on him, and he captures her to use to help his war and to use a seer to like see into areas and stuff that he can't see. So she is kind of trying to spy at the same time, and he thinks that he just captured her. And so already it builds up the story to be something that's like really like a lot of tension and stuff. I mean, obviously we're assuming that they're gonna fall in love. I'm so excited because it's just so different. I mean, enemies to lovers is like my favorite trope, but this isn't necessarily enemies to lovers because I feel like he doesn't really see her that way, and I think there's more to him than meets the eye, and she's kind of just assuming that he's an enemy. And so I think this is going to be a really good one. So those are my thoughts so far. I just finished this book, and oh my gosh, guys, this book was so good. It was so good. I honestly, I'm not sure exactly what I want to rate it because there was absolutely nothing wrong with this book. I loved it so much. But I'm leaning towards a 4.5 and not a 5. Only because I typically have like just a feeling for my 5-star books, but I can't really say anything that's wrong with it. So I'm gonna sit on it a little bit. But it was phenomenal. And if you read The Serpent and the Wings of Night and the second book in that series, you should read this. It is phenomenal. And honestly, way, way better than the second book in the Crown of Nyxia series. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog, this vampire vlog, all things vampire. I just go over my ratings and my first thoughts. The first book, So Thirsty, as you all know, I DNF'd. The second book, Garlic and the Vampire, I gave 5 stars. So cute, so funny. The graphics are so adorable. And then lastly, of course, is Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. And I'm leaning towards a 4.5 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, remember to read what inspires you. Bye, friends.